Now, this is probably hard to believe in 2026, but one of the most stratospheric rises in UK YouTube history was just a kid eating chicken. And I say kid, turns out the guy might have been a bit older, but we'll get onto that.
A real age is...
I thought you revealed this before, but I don't know if guys really know though.
32.
32.
And already the comments are pretty crazy. I didn't really know what happened between then and now, but looks like it weren't great. And it's fair to say sentiment might have shifted over time, maybe a little bit. And I'm actually surprised, to be honest. Because back in 2016, the Chicken Connoisseur, he exploded overnight and he had a whole country captivated with a really simple formula.
3 wings, standard, strip burger and chips. $1.99.
Boom.
$1.99 and I did not get my 1p change, but I'll allow it.
He just reviewed chicken, and maybe an individual clip is never going to do it justice, but, you know, trust me, bro, you had to be there. It's also hard to capture the cultural impact this stuff had, because this guy had boss men across the nation listening to him when he spoke. He was doing stuff people had never done before.
These are decent. The chips, I'd say you probably get a better supplier, because there's not much you can do with the chips.
It got to the point where his pool was so big that he was genuinely just shutting down chicken shops by giving not even bad reviews, just mid reviews.
Tough no park. Do you remember that? Go to episode 3. That man thought they could serve some nonsense, and I said, I'm surprised places like this are still open. Well, decline is peak.
Despite all of this though, and basically because of a series of insane decisions, the Chicken Connoisseur took what should have been a generational bag and he fumbled it. It actually does hurt my heart to say that, but he did fumble it. And to be honest, until this week, I'd actually kind of forgotten he existed, which I'm sure he doesn't care about, but you know. That was until I saw this article. I don't know how this came across my feed, but it led me down a bit of a rabbit hole, and sadly what I found isn't really what I wanted to see. That does though make for a good YouTube video, so lock in. What the Chicken Connoisseur did next. Elijah Quashie, aka the Chicken Connoisseur, aka the North Londoner who launched the viral YouTube chicken shop review series The Pengus Munch when he was 22, first learned of his own demise through a stranger's video. Well, I looked it up and nobody's made a video on him since like 2023, so at least he let that one go. The video recycled unverified online rumors, including one that he stiffed his crew on pay. And I've just had a look at the video, and the stiffed his crew on pay bit could be the nicest part of the video.
After uploading episode 10 of The Pengus Munch, he quickly came under fire, as it featured an appearance from the rapper Bonkers, who is a convicted sex offender and also went to jail for kidnapping and torturing a disabled man.
I mean, that aside, he's probably actually quite a nice guy. But after that initial burst of success, he went on a bit of a run of like repeated controversy. One of the first, and to be honest, the most unserious, was that he was rude to fans and would refuse to take photos. And I get the photo bit, but being rude to people when they're coming up to you, it's never the one. Definitely contributed to his reputation taking a bit of a hit. There's not even really any proof of this, but there is a few clips from his videos that people did not like.
I'm like, big man, it's not what I was asking you, cuz. Man dodged it in the maddest way, fam. I was just looking at it like, this guy, look at this guy. Listen, nah, cuz, you don't do that, fam. Boss man, know your place.
The know your place clip, it's a bit crazy. Like, you are recording in his shop. Man gave you 3 wings and you can't even give him a selfie. When you put it like that, mate, this is disgraceful. The most impactful part of his downfall, though, was the situation with his cameraman. And in that video, it was dressed up as like a disagreement or potentially him stiffing him on pay. Turns out that wasn't the case, and he actually spoke about it on a podcast recently.
Effectively, a lot of the time, people are like, oh yeah, you fired your cameraman. It wasn't adapting. Like, basically, he had a job opportunity.
Right.
And it made a lot more sense for him to just go and do that, because looking from his perspective, it's less work. The P is more stable as opposed
it's income, innit?
And there was a lot of other benefits as opposed to just like editing for me.
No matter what happened though, this was a bit like punching him in the stomach because it left him winded. In the immediate video after this, I remember this well. It didn't go down great, and it's for good reason, really. I'll show you the first video after his videographer left.
Well, on people, obviously, Chicken Connoisseur here. I was thinking I'll do a quick Christmas special. It's gonna be a cappella, as you know. Cameraman business, editing, filming, all of that. It's a bit long.
I don't know if you got like the cartel in on a temporary contract or something, but it's coming across a bit like a hostage video. And for a lot of people, this was pretty sobering because you take the editing out naturally, and it was just a guy.
All right. Can I get 4 wings and actually let me check the rules here.
Boss, can I get that £3 meal there?
Watching this video feels like visiting a friend or family member in the emergency room while they're on life support and barely conscious. It's actually painful seeing what this is really like without the editing. And it is. And it's not like this put the show in the ground or anything. It was still around. It was still getting good views. He had a few like good runs, although uploads were pretty intermittent. And actually, it weren't on YouTube that he made his biggest mistake, because after a certain amount of time, the mainstream media started to take notice. And just saying that out loud, even though we are way past this now, it obviously is a bad idea. In fact, anytime this guy weren't in his element, it was just a painful watch.
From foggy London town, we're finally here to meet the Chicken Connoisseur.
Well, on, you cool?
How is it?
Bruv.
This should have been a sign that maybe he should have stuck to formula. And off the top of my head, to be honest, I can't name one like YouTube to mainstream success story. This was early days though, so we didn't really know that yet. And Channel 4 did give him a show. They said it was his show, but obviously they gave him no creative control. And again, obviously, the execution is about as bad as the idea. I'll just show you. There's not really much more I can say.
It's pretty sick.
It's always been cars.
Yeah?
What are you doing over there, mate?
You know, having that cheeky wing.
Mate, you can't have chicken in a Lamborghini.
Mate, you can't eat chicken in a Lamborghini. It's kind of impossible to get inside the mind of a 50-year-old executive at Channel 4. But what were they thinking? Like, this genuinely could be the worst idea of the YouTube era in general.
Why not?
Do you know how much this leather costs? Do not get this greasy.
We've got corny clip art edits. We got dubstep. Is that dubstep? You can tell he has no creative control. I don't know who created this abomination. It's like mainstream media is just compelled to sacrifice everything it didn't itself create. And they did that to the Chicken Connoisseur. They even gave him like 2 sidekicks. I don't know what they're doing.
Think we went a bit too far.
Did you just puke? What was that? Right, should we go to the Mazda?
As soon as you see double denim in a Chicken Connoisseur video, it's time to wrap it up. And they fairly quickly did wrap it up. I think it did like 4 episodes and then they cast it into the void. Editing was better when it was on YouTube. That was the fakest throw up I've ever seen. And I'm saying all this, but actually I would pay good money to witness that creative process behind the scenes. Chicken Connoisseur, can we tone down the urban lingo, please? That was the old Chicken Connoisseur. This is the new Chicken Connoisseur.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, hate aside, we all know Yas Queen is one of Chicken Connoisseur's most known catchphrases. At least it weren't all bad as well. He got at least one new fan. Man, she is so cute. Love this chicken kid. And at this point, like, he's still doing well on YouTube, but his overriding legacy seems to be that people think he's a woman. We got people on Twitter just making stuff up. I'm reading between the lines. Not only is the Chicken Connoisseur guy 30, it's sounding like he was born a woman. And I'm not even joking either. Like, if you go onto this new account that has been made that is reposting his clips, genuinely the search will be Chicken Connoisseur estrogen. And even to this day, when people aren't asking him about his gender, they are asking him about his age.
Before I start, I need to ask you one question. How old are you, my boy?
31. Yeah.
What? Hey, what you know? You look good for your age, you know. Big boys, you look good for your age. Bro.
My boy was making videos wearing a secondary school uniform when he was 23. Yeah, when you put it like that, it does make you think a little bit differently about it. Made no mistake, everybody did think he was a kid. I don't think anybody knew he was 23. And maybe stuff like this becoming public knowledge has kind of peeled back the mystery a little bit. In the article, he actually blames the YouTube algorithm for why he was getting diminishing returns. YouTube did tell him that his subscribers were getting the notifications, but just less people were clicking. And I hear him like, I blame it regularly, but I'm wrong every single time. It's always on you. Like, the algorithm is perfectly tuned to give people what they want. And to be honest, it doesn't really seem like he cares all that much. YouTube is still his full-time job, but he doesn't work 40 hours in a week. He gets up at 2 p.m. most days. He just chills and goes gym. Does at least seem like he is interested in YouTube still. He's hoping this feature could lead to more opportunities and renewed interest in his channel. And maybe it will. I'm actually digging quite deep here, trying to find out what's going on, and it turns out he might need it.
Now, when I say I'm starting at OnlyFans, that's not what the stereotype of OnlyFans would suggest.
I can't lie, I don't know where this is going, but we'll hear him out.
So for my fans who want to pay me to give them customized video messages and all of that stuff, obviously I'm not doing no suspect
batty behaviour.
Well, that's a relief, mate. That's a relief.
Maybe it's you could just shout me in an IG thing and then do a bank transfer. That makes sense as well.
And I respect that he did it on his own terms, but it doesn't change the fact there is just a feeling of wasted potential. For context, one of his contemporaries, Amelia, I can't pronounce that second name, de Moldenberg, actually, yeah, that wasn't that hard. But she does the chicken shop date, which was basically neck and neck with Chicken Connoisseur, if not behind, back when he started. She's now worth $2 million and he's asking for bank transfers. But you know what? It's never too late. He is still uploading and who knows? My algorithm's actually now giving me Chicken Connoisseur and it seems like he might actually be a changed man.
Well, I'm just down at Seven Sisters and look who I bump into. What's that? Chicken Connoisseur! Woo! You gonna get me 3 wings of chips, lad?
No.
He's taking a photo with someone. 2026 is now his year. Like and sub and maybe he'll give you one too.
Mate, you can't have chicken in a Lamborghini.